We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold, to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, T-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees at yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Back here at Talladega Superspeedway as the field is getting set for the first of 3 20-lap races here tonight at the Talladega Superspeedway for the iRacing Flea Market Triple Crown. I'm Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten alongside for LSR TV and also on the CRN Sports Network. And again, as we said, Charles, a couple of minutes delay, but this is something historic. I don't think it's ever been done before. And we're just kind of getting some kinks done right to make sure we have all the ducks in a row to have a good race here tonight.
Yeah, this is nothing more than a weather delay, and you got to think about it on everything. I'm one of those half glass full kind of people. Think of this, folks. If you're out there watching, thinking, "Oh man, this is taking forever," think of it as a weather delay, and you can go get food from the concession stand, and the concession stand is your kitchen, and you don't even have to pay for it again.
There you go. And by the way, we are going to talk more about this historic night with one of my good friends, one of the guys that are probably one of the best, and coming soon, part of a new eSwag podcast. We'll be talking about a Swag Motorsports podcast, Swag eHub for iRacing, and joining us from Mohawk, New York, my good friend Ray Richer. Ray, back in the saddle of that number 44 machine tonight. Triple Crown Talladega. You thought Dover was wild last Wednesday, my friend. What do you think of this one?
Well, I'm going to tell you the way these cars handle, and it's basically like an Xfinity car. Max speed we got in a pack of 4 is about 196 miles an hour down the backstretch to the end, and I can't believe we reached that fast under practice. But I'll tell you what, these things are wild. They're actually very stable. They do dance a little bit, but on the same note, they're a lot of fun, and I didn't think they were going to go that fast here at Talladega, but man, this is going to be a blast.
Did you hear that, Cody? 196 miles an hour.
That's fast. For these little cars, you wouldn't think they'd do it, but one thing it's going to do is they're not NASCARs. They're not aerodynamic made like the new NASCAR, so if you get a little squirrely in one of these, it could get real interesting real quick.
Well,
so,
Ray, guys,
do we have to prepare for the possibility of 3 big ones instead of 1? Or do you think people are going to play nice the first 2 and then all hell breaks loose the final 20? What's your synopsis?
Well, I have not done this before 3 times. I have not done, anything in these late models, so I do not know exactly what to tell you. With the exception of this, I did push around Michael Jeans for a little while under practice, and these things, again, it's pretty good. but you don't. Even in the corners, you can hit them, but they're not as bad as like a Cup car where the aero dance a lot. You're still going to see some dancing, don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of guys that got a lower gear or lower steering ratio, and that makes them whip around a lot. I like a real high one, a lot of input, and it keeps it a little more stout. But, yeah, I think there's a really good chance you're going to see maybe at least 2 big ones in this whole deal out of 3. And what was the other thing I was going to say with this whole deal? It's 20 laps, holding on for dear life. It's going to be fun, man. These are super late models. That's all they got. I mean, this is something I've never done before.
This is awesome. Go get them, bud. Have
Appreciate
fun.
it.
Let's bring you back into your box. I can't remember who you were with, by the way.
I'm down in race room 4, guys. I
down in
appreciate
race
it.
room 4. There you go. So we'll bring you back into his virtual box. Good luck, Ray.
We'll talk to you if the yellow silk flies. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. And that's going to be one of those swag caution flags, if you will. Again, that's going to be Ray Richer. We'll grab a couple of drivers along the way. Without further ado, it is time for the starting lineup as the field begins to roll behind the pace car for the first of 3 20-lap races here tonight on LSR TV. On the pole, Garrett Maines in the number 1 to the outside, Matthew Lee in car 04. Row number 2, Jason Tarasenko, Kenny Zeems. Row 3, Ken Zeems in the 90 and Michael Jeans in the 08. Row 4, Brandon Gagnon in the 83, Peyton D. Howell. NASRA owes him one after being bit at Dover last week. He'll start 8th. Derek Fulton, 3rd in the points, will start 9th. And Jason Maines will start the top 10.
11 to 12 going to be Pete Pollini and Cole Duggar, new Team Outlaw Motorsports driver here tonight, amongst the others. Clinton Castleberry in 13th. 14th going to be Rhett Tucker. 15th to 16th going to be Daniel Hindra, as we learned last week, and Mike Adamson in 16th. 17th going to be Todd Aline, and 18th going to be Billy Smith, Swag Motorsports himself over there, eSports, followed by Kieran Church and Bladen Edwards in the 20th spot.
J.J. Jensen will start 21st to the 28th, the 97 of Jason York. Keith Bradley in 92, Ray Richer will start 24th. 25th and 26th, Brett Summers at 77, Ernest King in 24. Row 14 for 27th and 28th is Greg Petra and Chad Grant, followed by Will Duvall, the Cowboy for West Virginia, 29th. Eric Zimmerman, the 94, will start 30th. And final positions, Matthew Allen in the 127, William Smith in car 33. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the first of 3 20-lap segments here in tonight's historic race of the iRacing Flea Market Triple Crown. We are so glad you're along for the ride, as here they come, ready for the start off of turn number 4. To the box. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a race. Green flag in the air. We're kicking the asphalt here at Talladega in race twin number 21. Race twin, triple 20-lapper number 1. Man, I'm getting tongue-tied. Let's get this started. Through the tri-oval, lap number 1. Garrett Maines will bring them down to the start-finish line and lead lap 1. The North Wilkesboro winner, the Dover winner, up in the first spot in the first of this 20-lap segment. By the way, Charles, 19 to go in stage 1.
Yeah, again, it's going to go by quick. 20 laps does not take a lot of time. You're looking at about a minute a lap. It's a little bit of time, but in the grand scheme of things, breaking it up like this isn't going to take a whole lot of time, or at least it's not going to feel like it, in my opinion, Wesley.
Here comes Matthew Lee, sizing up on the outside lane with Michael Jeans with a punt in the pants as they work their way off of turn number 4, back down the tri-oval. This time by working 2 complete inside. Garrett Maines, another lap on the board. Mains, Matthew Lee flip-flopping for position. Matthew Lee, and we were talking about this driver the other night, Matthew Lee out of Clinton, Maine. He said his numbers do. He's ready to win on NASRA. He actually, whoa, we got a couple of cars crashing down to the bottom of the racetrack.
First caution of the night, of course, first swag caution of the night, and I believe Will Duvall was already upset about having to start in the back now, and he was involved in that. As we take a look, there were several people involved in this caution right there.
Our swag replay of what happened. A couple of cars involving that accident. Some damage along the way. Let's see it from another angle. Looked like the white car just got fishtailed, and the next thing you know, the other two cars went in the wall. No harm, no foul, I would say. First, say we might be able to see some of these guys continue along here, Charles.
Yeah, we'll definitely be looking to see if they do as we can zoom in here just a little bit on the car. It's got some damage, but I did talk to a couple of drivers a little bit early, and we did find out that these cars are tanks. I don't know how aerodynamically it's going to handle now, but they definitely are tanks out there, and it'd be interesting to see who's in, who's out. There's about 3 or 4 guys involved in that one.
Peter Gonatis is involved. J.J. Jensen the third is also involved, and we have the caution coming out here. Peter Gonatis working on getting our information on him after our first caution here. Surprised that it's so early we get a caution?
I kind of was. I had 2 theories coming in here. We were going to see a few cautions in the first one as people filled each other out a little bit, and then the next 2 won't be as caution-filled. Or we're just going to go all out for everything. If it's me, I would use this race as kind of a test race to see who I can work with, what are my limits, what can't I do, because it's worth the least amount of points. Learn what you can in race 1 and use it to your advantage in race 2 and 3 when, like you said earlier, the points double and triple.
Yeah, I got a feeling there, as you said, as soon as we start shaking up those points for the double points and the triple points, it's going to be exciting. Hey, by the way, we're close to 40 people on YouTube. Why don't you put out that Race on Texas challenge tonight? I got a feeling tonight's going to be a good night, Charles.
Of course, we have that challenge going. If we hit 50 concurrent viewers, which I will know at the end of the night, the following Wednesday, we are going to give away a free 1-month pass to Race on Texas Speed Pass, which averages about 4 to 5 nights of racing a week. Live racing in Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And we actually have a live race coming up and a new a commercial for Wesley if you want to play it for the fans.
Here's a lot of more information coming soon about an upcoming event that you want to be a part of. We're under caution. Back for more. The Texarkana 67 Speedway hosts action. Again, you can check all the action live on raceontexas.com. That's raceontexas.com. And remember, if we could get, we're up to 42. We're close to 50. Once we get to 50 viewers, if we get that, Charles Wooten will then try to randomly pick somebody for a free opportunity to check out a month subscription of Race on Texas. And just like that Texarkana 67 Speedway event, you can